build, whatever you call it. Yeah. He might be going for the he might have been going for the possession, you know, but since all I have is grunts, headhunters and raiders, he's not really going to gain much from that. He's also getting necromancers for some raise the dead. Considering he has no meat wagons, he has no slaughterhouse, he can't get corpses apart from what I kill. Ensnare and the frostworms here. They do hideous amount of damage. They have 2 damage upgrade. He manages to take out my catapult, but I did get him out, and I am able to waste his army here with Ensnare, Focus, and you know, some hero spells. Those frostworms aren't much of a problem when there's only 2 of them. If he had like 5 or 6, that would be a problem, but the whole point of the aggressive push is to, you know, get serious army before he does, and hopefully destroy his base and army before he gets serious units. I'm focusing here on his Cryptlord, which is a bad idea. I should be focusing on the Abomination to begin with. You don't want to mess around focusing on heroes, because heroes can get teleport scrolls, they can get healing potions, and he does have DeathKnight with coil, plus the Cryptlord has serious armor to begin with. He has now minus 34 damage reduction, and with curse on top of that, that's about, you know, similar to minus 60 damage reduction from my army. He's got skeletons out. Not really building anything because his mine is out and he has no expansion. I made damn sure of that while I have an expansion going. So I have money coming in, units coming out, and I was waiting for Demolishers, which I'm getting now. Healing up what needs healed up. I should have maybe gotten backpack and picked up some salves with some of my units and brought them to my hero so I can heal up while standing here instead of leaving, so he can actually do something. Because if he wants to make another building here, I can just run in and kill it without taking damage much of anything. He does have ghouls. It's pretty much over now. He's not disenchanting anything, so he's not getting money back. He's at 62 gold. He's healing his units, or his Temple of Dan, which means his money is also going down. I'm killing his units here. He's killing my units too, of course, but I have the money to get more, and he doesn't. So, good game for LuciferinAshes. Whatever. Ass, yeah. Lucifer the ass. He is very polite though, I like that. I have met people who were very unpleasant, and more so when I was, you know, stomping on their balls, which is understandable. It's a little hard to pick up goods, you know, it's like, hey, I got a set of flat balls, wanna see them? Yeah, they're so cool! That's not gonna get you anywhere, you know, even if you're Cygnus the Pimp, when you get to the point of actually getting some action and your balls are flat and you couldn't get a hard-on if you put a toothpick in it, odds of you getting laid are pretty slim. So, you know, sitting in front of a computer until your eyes are square and you glow in the dark probably won't get you any girls either, since you're never out and about to face them, you know. Hey, enough of that. You can check all the scores yourself if you want to. If not, that's fine. As I said, I will write down a small version of the Powerpush. You know, maybe 1 or 2 pages at the max with some hints and tips on how to deal with things. instead of writing like 4 or 5 pages on every race and every possible strategy you can encounter. In order to defend my Powerpush, everyone thinks their own strategy is the top notch. I do know it has weaknesses. If you fail the push and the enemy is able to take up to what he wants and get as many units as he wants without you being able to stop him, you're gonna get smacked, obviously. People bitch about headhunters, say they're only good at tier 3 with the Berserk upgrade. I have to say that I have done some calculations on headhunters compared to the others, and they do the least damage per second. I think they do 10.5, and the others are like 11, 12, 13, 14. The difference is that headhunters are a lot cheaper than rifles or Fiends, both in gold, wood, and food, so you can mass them very easily. They have more hit points than archers, which means they can take AoE damage easier. A bunch of archers will be destroyed by a level 3 shockwave and a level 3 chain lightning. They have 245 hit points, with the shockwave doing 200, and I think the chain lightning does 185 and then does less and less as it bounces 8 times, but it's still more than 245 combined with the last bounce. Headhunters, you might lose the first 2 or 3 targets for the chain lightning, but most of them will survive. And of course, if that happens, you run like hell. Headhunters are also able to heal themselves with regeneration, which none of the others can do. The archers have to use the moonwells, which means that there's less moonwells for other units, and you can't make 500 moonwells just to kill an entire 80 food army. Undead have to either burrow their fiends or go on blight, or use the statues, which comes later in the game. They have DeathKnight, but they are not able to make as many fiends to compare damage output with the headhunters when you consider the cost. Riflemen do have healing scrolls. They have priests to heal them, but they suffer from the same as fiends, that they are so expensive that you can't really get as many of them as quickly as you can with the headhunters. They share armor with the grunts and everything else, while the others, the only one that shares is the sentinels. The archers share with the huntresses, but that's only 2 units, so you're up and above there. So people bitching about the damage being 1 point less per second than the others, the benefits are so vast that I don't see that as a big problem. And the difference, the thing that does give them less damage per second is the slow attack rate, which is 2.34 seconds, but they do a hideous amount of damage per shot. And one salvo of 5 or 6 headhunters will turn a grunt red. That's 1 attack. So I don't worry too much about that. So all you have to do is do the Powerpush, take up after 4 or 5 headhunters, unless you're facing a lot of huntresses, which are very weak to headhunters, in which case you get more of them. Eventually you will take into Tier 2. Demolishers are the main thing, but Raiders are good against everything. So Demolishers and Raiders at Tier 2, and you can start to push on the base. With Raiders you can ensnare heavy air and heavy units, so they can't reach your headhunters, and then just focus on them. I have shown that before. I have destroyed Bloodlusted Tauren. I have destroyed Chimeras. I have destroyed, as you can see, Frostworms, Abominations, even bears. They are able. The Night Elf is able to make a lot more bears quickly than any of the other races can make Tier 3, but snare and focus, keep the pressure up, and try to keep him in his base so he won't creep or expand. Try to catch as many units as possible when you fight. Tier 2 with Raiders, if he wants to run, that's units that you can kill, and if he teleports, that 350 gold that he lost. Without making a too long of a commentary, I will write that down, include everything in the zip file, and if you guys appreciated this little introduction to the Powerpush, I will make more and expand the stuff a little more so you can learn. When you're a beginner, when I was a beginner, I went to the forums once I found them and tried to learn things, reading posts, how do I do this, how do I do that, and very few of the posts were actually helpful, because they say something like get some grunts and some shamans and creep and then attack. There's so many more things to this game than just unit combinations. Lots of tips and tricks that you will learn over time, that I can give you a heads up on, and hopefully if you enjoy it I'll be able to do so. But that was it for now. It's now 38.5 minutes. I'm going to scrimp this audio down to a smaller size, hopefully without destroying the sound quality, and get it up on the front page. So until next time, cheers and good luck on your games. This is Vaulander signing out. Yes, bye bye.